Daniel Sally back here, joined by the Hall of Famer, Gary Turcotte, and the Cochran Insurance Broadcast Group. And we are just moments away from kickoff here, getting ready to announce the starting lineup. So as well, starting off with the starting lineup for LC State. I had one of their assistant coaches, Coach Turcotte, mark their starters. And I'm curious if there's a mistake on there, because Garrett Burley, her name is not Mark.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll see when they take the court. But I'll go off what I have right now. So in the backcourt, they're playing a 3-guard set. Hayden Souvenir, 5'8" junior guard from Washington. Number 11, Jansen Edmondson, she's a 5'9" junior guard from Hermiston, Oregon. Jamie Nelson also playing the guard, 5'10" senior from Smithfield, Utah, by way of College of Southern Idaho. She'll be wearing number 14 for the Warriors. Number 20, Abby Johnson and the Saints from the tip, and they are in business, going right to left across the radio dial. It's going to be Sienna Swanwick on the left wing, running the point for Carroll. She's going to give it up to the top. Toss goes off to Denny. Denny face up, turn around, kicks it out to Swanwick. Now Hilborn looking at the top of the key. She's going to go to the block, Emerald Toss. Toss, backing down and defending. She's going to kick it out. Wagner drives it now. She's going to send it back out. 5 on the shot clock. Swanwick's got to do something here. 3 on the shot clock. Swanwick drive. Hilborn for 3. And it's good. The bank is open early.
Camden Hilborn from downtown kisses it off the glass. The Saints are leading 3-0. 9:20 left in the first quarter. Running the point now for LC State. It's going to be Jamie Nielsen. She's going to take it in. Little turnaround behind the back. Pull-up jumper for her. That's going to be good. 3-2. Carroll leads. 9:10 left in the first. Running the point for the Saints will be Hilborn this time down. She's going to hand it over to Denny. Hilborn with it again. She's going to go to Denny on the elbow. Now to Toth on the block. She fumbles it, puts it up off the glass, and good. Great ball movement by the Saints as they now lead 5-2. Nielsen with it again. Pretty tall for a guard, listed at 5'10". She's got great ball handles. She's going to give it over to Abby Johnson. Now Johnson to Burlage. Burlage back to Johnson. That's going to get tipped around. It's going to be stolen by the Saints. Hilborn ends up with it. She's going to go to Denny. Denny leading the charge on the break. Little crossover. Kicks out to Wagner. Wagner back to Hilborn. The Saints will slow it down, set up the offense. Now to Denny on the block. Out to Swanwick. Swanwick for 3. No good. Rebound brought down by LC State. That's going to be Kiara Burlage. So she was in the starting lineup, contrary to popular belief and what we had on our paper.
Yeah. I thought she's their post player.
She's their leading scorer, 15 a game. Here's the drive now. It's going to be Edmondson. She's going to kick it out. Burlage this time for 3. Hits the back of the rim. No good. Swanek rebounds it, and she's off to the races. Swanek in transition finds Hilborn on the left wing. Hilborn makes her way to the far side of the court. Now up at the top, she's guarded by the top of a 2-3 zone, looks like that LC State's thrown out. Maybe a hybrid, moving a player up and down the middle of the court. Danny Wagner on the right wing. She's going to drive. Denny off the glass, and it's good. Great find by Wagner. Christine Denny for 2. Saints lead 7-2 on the Capital Collision Center scoreboard.
And I think LC wants to see if Carroll can make shots from the perimeter. They're back into a 2-3 zone, as you said, and Carroll has not been a great three-point shooting team.
The Warriors get it across. Burlage on the elbow. She's going to kick it out to Souvenir. Souvenir drives. Mid-range J, no good. Rebound brought down by Denny. Denny's going to slow it down in transition and hand it off to Hilborn. Hilborn will call the play. Takes her dribbles at the top of the key. Starting 5 still on the court for the Saints as Hilborn takes the ball. She's going to drive. Full head of steam, goes off the glass. Contact but no foul. Shots no good. Rebound Burlage. She's going to get it across the floor. Get it up to Edmiston, and she's going to get her shot blocked out of bounds. LC will inbound from the baseline. Fast beginning to this game. 7-2 though. The Saints lead with 6:51 in the first.
This is the tempo LC likes. They love up and down quick shots.
At the point now is Johnson. Johnson off the Souvenir, and we're going to have a foul called as looks like Edmiston goes to the ground. That's going to be called on Danny Wagner. So that'll be Danny Wagner's first foul of the game, so that'll be the first team foul called on the Saints. Inbounding the ball will be Souvenir. Souvenir looking for her teammate. She's going to find Burlage, the star player of this LC State basketball team. Burlage off to Souvenir. Souvenir around the horn she goes. She hands it off to Burlage. Burlage goes up for a lay-in. She's going to draw a foul, and we are going to have free throws for LC State as they're going to get Camden Hilborn for the foul.
And one of the things that playing zone does is you don't foul as much. And Coach Orr's come out playing zone and not fouling. Carroll playing man-to-man, picked up 2 quick fouls.
It's going to be Kiara Burlage stepping to the line. First free throw up. That's going to roll right in. 6:36 left. 7-3. Carroll leads now after the free throw on the Capital Collision Center scoreboard.
And if she makes this free throw, LC will come out and do a zone press.
She does not make the free throw. It's going to be inbounded by Danny Wagner. She's going to give it off to Hilborn, who will run the point once again. Now to Swanek on the far wing. Swanek to Denny. Kicks it out to Wagner. Wagner pump fakes from the corner. She dribbles. Gets it back to Swanek. Swanek at the top of the key. Back over to Wagner. Wagner on the right wing. Goes to Hilborn. Hilborn from the elbow. Off the rim. No good. Rebound brought down by Peyton Souvenir. Souvenir's going to wrangle it, and she's going to take the ball off the floor now for the Warriors. Souvenir running the point. She's going to find Edmiston. Edmiston for 3. No good. Rebound, Christine Denny. She's going to lead the charge now. Very versatile player Denny is. She can do it all. Now Hilborn. Hilborn fakes the shot. Goes inside to Toth. Toth goes up with it. It's blocked. She gets it back. Blocked again. She gets another offensive rebound. Now out to Hilborn. Hilborn for 3. Got it. Camden Hilborn with their second 3 of the game. 10-3. The Saints lead. 5:30 left on the clock as Warriors take it up the ball. It's going to be Peyton Souvenir again. Good start for Coach Sayers and her team. Here's the inbounds pass to Burlage. She puts it up off the glass, and that's going to be good. Kiara Burlage for 2.
And that was a nice set play. LC ran there across and then a back screen, and Carroll didn't help off the back pick, and LC got a layup.
That bucket will make it 10-5. Carroll leads. 5:10 left in the first quarter. Hilborn running the point again. And that one's going to be stolen. Hilborn's looking for a touch pass. It's taken by Abby Johnson. Abby Johnson, Euro step in transition, and she's going to get fouled as Christine Denny's passing by.
31-11.
We'll have 2 free throws coming up. That's going to be Abby Johnson. Just a reminder, Carroll College basketball brought to you by your Montana Toyota dealers. John Lagerquist, Realtor with Century 21. To experience relentless excellence in your real estate transactions, call John Lagerquist at Century 21. Rutgers Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rutgers Furniture. And First Community Bank, working together for you. Johnson's first free throw is up and no good. Couple new faces on the floor for the Saints. Coach Sayers seems to be finding her first 2 off the bench in Jaden Lyman and Maddie Garrett as Johnson's second free throw is up and good. 10-6 Saints lead. Exactly 5 minutes on your clock, or on your Capital Collision Center scoreboard, I should say. Lyman running the point for the Saints, as she always does off the bench. Jade Lyman, a stud, as Coach Sayers called her in the post-game interview on Tuesday. Lyman gets it out to the corner. It's going to be Swanek. Guard-heavy lineup for the Saints like we're used to seeing. Garrett's playing the 5 for Carroll. Danny to Swanek, 5 on the shot clock. Swanek drives. It's knocked loose. It's stolen. That's going to end up in the hands of Abby Johnson. Johnson's going to go ahead and push forward. She's going to find Nielsen. Nielsen for 3, and that was good.
And Nielsen is a very confident scorer. That's 2 nice shots she's made.
10-9 after the bucket. Saints lead. 4:18 left in the first quarter. Lyman running the point once again for the Saints. Now Danny out to Wagner from the corner for 3. Off the rim, no good. It's going to be rebounded by Wagner. She gets her own. She's going to take it on the left wing out to Lyman. Lyman will call for the play, and the Saints will design their offense. Over to Swanek. Swanek at the top of the key. Swanek gives it to Wagner. Wagner, 6 on the shot clock, out to Swanek. Swanek pump fakes. Inside, Danny from the elbow. Rolls in and out, no good. 10-9, still your score. 3:45 left in the first quarter. LC State is off and running once again. Here's a little floater in the key, and that one's going to be good by Peyton Souvenir. So LC State takes the lead, 11-10, and we're going to have a timeout called by Coach Sayers. And we're going to have it be a media timeout, so that means we're going to step aside on the Capital Collision Center scoreboard. LC State leads Carroll 11-10. This is Carroll basketball on Rewind 94.9. Daniel Sally back here at the PE Center. Carroll College basketball here on Rewind 94.9. Joined in the Cochran Insurance broadcast booth with who other than the Hall of Famer Gary Turcotte. Capital Collision Center scoreboard reads 11-10 in favor of LC State. 3:38 left in the first quarter. Coach Turcotte, it was a hot start. 10-3 Carroll led, but an 8-0 run gives LC State the lead.
LC State is changing up their defense. They've played a 2-3 zone, a 1-2-2 zone, man-to-man, and 2 different types of presses. That's a lot to throw at a team this early in the year, and they've executed them all pretty well. And they've kind of got Carroll on their heels with that changing defense right now.
A new look for Coach Sayers and her team. It looks like they're going to have a 3-forward lineup with Garretts, McDermott, and Salonen on the court, joined by Swanek and Lyman in the backcourt. And that's going to be stolen right off the inbounds. The Saints tried to push it up the floor. Ball got knocked loose. It's going to end up in the hands of Peyton Souvenir. Souvenir over to the newly checked-in Hannah Berlin for LC State. Back to Souvenir, who's going to run the point. Souvenir picks up her dribble. She's guarded at the top of the key by Sienna Swanek. Souvenir guarded by Swanek still. 10 on the shot clock. She's going to drive. Pass it out. It's going to be Burlage. Burlage's going to drive and kick, but not before a foul is called. Looks like they're going to get Maddie Garretts for that one, so that'll be her first.
That's 4 fouls on Carroll, 0 fouls on LC.
Pretty
there's been a little bit of contact down there, but apparently not enough to call for a foul.
Abby Farmer subbing in for LC State. Sophomore from Brookings Harbor, Oregon. Running the point this time is going to be Nielsen. Nielsen, kind of a guard-forward hybrid, similar to Christine Denny. She's going to hand it off to Farmer. Farmer back to Nielsen. Nielsen goes baseline. Dump pass in, and that's going to be an easy bucket for Kiara Burlage. 13-10. LC State leads. 2:49 left in the first quarter. That time, Lyman trying to get the pass up to Swan across court against the press. It's going to be knocked out of bounds by Burlage, but last touch by LC. That's going to be Carroll basketball.
Jamie Nielsen has been the dominant player on the floor so far. She's accounted for just about most of the LC baskets, either with an assist or by herself.
Lyman running the point. McDermott in the corner. It's going to work its way back up to Swanek at the top of the key. Now to Lyman after a tip pass. 5 on the shot clock. It's going to be McDermott from downtown. That shot is blocked. Ends up in the hands of Burlage. Burlage is going to run the break now. Picked up in transition by McDermott. Pump fake this time by Farmer. She's going to drive. Back outside to Burlage. Burlage started by Lyman. Little height mismatch there. She's going to send it out to Farmer. Farmer's going to call the play. She's guarded by McDermott at the top of the key. Farmer over to the top of the key to Johnson. Johnson to the corner. Three-pointer up this time. No good. Air ball that time. It's going to be by Berlin. Lyman rebounds the long three. She's going to get it up the court to Swanek. Swanek on the near wing. Saints going right to left. It's going to be McDermott with it now in the corner. Back to Swanek. Now to Lyman. Jaden Lyman calling the play. Saints run a little motion. Lyman still with it at the top of the key. She's going to go to the left wing. It's going to be Swanek. Swanek to Salonen. Salonen to Lyman. Lyman pump fake, jab step, drive, and she's going to be blocked again. And it's going to be Hannah Berlin running the floor. She's going to put up a layup, and that's going to be good. Another bucket, and that's going to make it a 12-0 run for LC State as it's 15-10 with 1:15 left in the first quarter. McDermott on the right wing with the ball after the pass from Lyman. They're going to get it to the elbow to Swanek. Swanek out to Lyman. Lyman, jab step, gets it inside to Salonen. Salonen out to Swanek. Swanek's going to drive, and that one's going to be stolen. Another turnover, and now running in transition is going to be Berlin. Berlin finds her teammate Nielsen. Nielsen's underneath layup, no good. Salonen gets the rebound. Saints are looking to slow things down here as Lyman takes the ball up the court. 45 seconds left in the first. 15-10, LC State leads. Lyman slowing it down, point guard, get to McDermott. McDermott on the wing, back to Lyman. Lyman for three. Got it, Jaden Lyman taking some momentum back for the Saints. 15-13, they trail. 27 seconds on the clock now. It's going to be Abby Farmer running point for the Warriors.
And I think LC will go for the last shot here, I think.
Yes, 17 seconds left. Shot clock turned off here in the first. Hannah Berland gives it off to Farmer. 10 seconds now. Farmer tries to get around Swanek, nothing doing. Goes again, 5 seconds. She puts up a layup, and that one's good. 3 seconds left. Saints might have time for one more. Lyman from half court. Off the glass, no good. At the end of the first quarter, your score on the Capital Collision Center scoreboard. LC State 17, Carroll 13. Second quarter coming right up here on Rewind 94.9 and KCAP.com. Daniel Sally, Gary Turcotte back here from the PE Center inside the Cochran Insurance broadcast booth. LC State leading Carroll 17-13 on the Capital Collision Center scoreboard as we get ready to start the second quarter. And Coach Turcotte, a timeout called midway through the first quarter by Coach Sayers. And after that, what does LC State do but put together a big run, 12-0 run to be exact, before a Lyman 3 and then another quick bucket, making it 17-13.
Carroll's man-to-man defense has had trouble when LC spreads the court and decides to take Carroll on the dribble. They have a hard time keeping the ball in front of them. And they gave up 17 points that quarter. That's a lot for Carroll to give up.
LC inbounds the ball coming out of the timeout. With the ball at the top of the key is Peyton Souvenir. Souvenir. She's going to pass it out to Johnson, who gets the ball taken away. Toff gets the steal, gets it up to Wagner. Wagner, Toff, McDermott, Denny, and Hilborn on the floor for the Saints, as it'll be Hilborn running point guard right now. She takes her dribble, 16 on the shot clock. She goes to Denny. Denny on the elbow, posts up, picks up her dribble out to Hilborn from the corner for three. No good that time. Rebound, Danny Wagner. She's going to get it out to Hilborn again. This time Hilborn attacks, dumps it off to Toff. A little too close there as it gets taken away. Another turnover for the Saints, and that's going to be Souvenir taking the ball up for LC State. Saints with that turnover there, making it their 5th of the game, but now getting one for themselves on defense as Camden Hilborn intercepts the pass, and she's going to run the point.
Carroll already with more turnovers than they had the whole ball game against Montana Tech.
Hilborn up the court to Wagner on the left wing.
That's hand check.
And I think that stat, as the foul gets called on Berlin, they said more turnovers already than they had against Tech.
Yeah.
I think that speaks to the difference in size of Tech and LC State, where Tech was a guard-heavy team and LC State is a very long team. Hilborn's pass, speaking of length.
Speaking of length, you're right.
The pass
They are long.
Knocked out by Abby Johnson. I mean, a whole bunch of forwards. A lot of Molly McDermott types on this LC State team. Hilborn at the top of the key. She's going to get it into the elbow. Danny's going to drive, full head of steam, left hand off the glass, and it's good. Christine Denny makes this a 2-point ball game, 17-15. The Warriors lead, 8.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Souvenir gets it up the court. Ball ends up in the hands of Johnson. Johnson drives, and she's going to get a foul called as she goes up with a layup. No good. Looks like they're going to get McDermott for the foul there, and we're going to have a free throw from Abby Johnson.
You know, in past years, I've seen Coach Rowe run lots of different sets and plays. They're not running as much of that. They're just really trying to spread the court and trying to beat Carroll on the dribble. That time, they ran it very effectively. A couple of dribble reversals and then a real hard take by Johnson. And it's effective. Their girls are big and long, as you say, but they're also pretty quick and can bounce it.
Yeah, they can move up and down the court really well. However, not too great from the free throw line to start as Johnson misses both that time. Rebound corralled by the Saints. It'll be Hilborn taking the ball up again. She gives it off to Denny. Denny around the elbow, back to Hilborn. Hilborn, McDermott now with it on the right wing. McDermott up to Denny. Denny back to McDermott. Now it's Danny Wagner at the top of the key. She makes her drill move, 5 on the shot clock. Out to Hilborn. Hilborn's going to drive, kick. Wagner, and before Wagner gets to shoot, we're going to have a charge call. Looks like it was Souvenir getting in front of the contact, putting her feet down, and drawing the charge on Hilborn. 8-minute mark even in the second quarter. Capital Collision Center scoreboard reads 17-15 still in favor of Lewis Clark State. It'll be Peyton Souvenir again running the point. Souvenir, kind of a fascinating name for a basketball
player.
Yeah,
she is, and she's really playing effectively at the point. In past years, I thought she was more of a two-guard shooter, but she's playing more of a distributor with this ball club.
Burlage with it. She's going to drive on Denny. She's going to get the ball out to Farmer. Farmer. Now to Souvenir at the top of the key. She's guarded by McDermott. Good defense by McDermott. But Souvenir doesn't seem to care. She puts it up with her left.
That's a tough shot.
Yeah,
Molly McDermott is 6'2", and she kind of scooped it underneath her arm.
On the other end, Wagner puts up a three. Got it! Nothing but net. Danny Wagner getting started. 18-19. The Saints trail now. Big bucket by Wagner as looks like LC is going to get it across the court with Souvenir. Getting out to Burlage. Burlage at the top of the key, guarded by Hilborn. And now Hilborn's going to draw the charge as both refs signaled the charge signal to each other. Great job by Hilborn.
Great defense there. And that's what Carroll needs to do. That's that dribble drive offense, Daniel. They really spread it and really attack it. And you got to be tough enough to be able to get your little fanny down and take that charge and go down and make that referee make the call.
I'll tell you, Hilborn, she can move her feet.
Yes,
she is
can.
a strong defender for this team.
She's a terrific athlete, really. One of the all-time athletes ever to come out of Helena High.
State champion in the pole vault, if I'm not mistaken, in high school.
And soccer.
Yeah, she's big time. Swanek running the point guard now for the Saints. They continue to work right to left in this first half across your dials. Lyman with it on the elbow now. Lyman Takes her dribbles, kicks it back to Wagner. Wagner, big three on the last possession. Now she goes to Lyman to get one of her own. No good that time from Lyman, though. And it's going to be rebounded by Taylor Salonen, and we're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow is going to favor the Saints. 6:35 left in the first half. Capital Collision Center scoreboard reads LC State 19, Carroll College 18. Pretty decent-sized crowd here at the PE Centers. The fans continue to make their way in. Salonen gets the inbound off the baseline. She's going to go out to Swanek. Swanek pump fakes, gets it out to Salonen. Salonen in the corner. They swing it back around to Lyman. Lyman, the point guard at the top of the key. Salonen, dump pass to Garrett, and one! Maddie Garrett out the basket.
Great execution of the high-low there by Carroll. LC State still in their 1-2-2 zone. Carroll starting to find a few holes.
Garretts will step to the line to try and complete the three-point play. She peeled back door there, and Salonen just delivered a nice little quaint pass, set up the bucket. Garrett's free throw up, and that one's good. I know Coach Sayers takes a lot of pride in their free throws.
And Maddie's been making her free throws, and that's, for a post player, that is really a bonus.
Shooting from the Valpo position, made famous by one Carson Cunningham here in Helena. 21-19, Saints lead now. Three-pointer up from Souvenir, that's no good. 6:08 left on the clock as Wagner rebounds. Second quarter, Daniel Sally, Gary Turcotte come to you from the Cochran Insurance broadcast booth here at the PE Center, Carroll College, beautiful Helena, Montana. Danny Wagner on the left wing. She's going to hit Swanek on the elbow, and it's good. Sienna Swanek with the bucket, and after the basket, they're going to get Garrett's on a little push off his shoes. Potentially looking for a rebound, and going to the ground was Kiara Burlage. That should be Garrett's first personal. Oh, that's going to be her second, actually. I stand corrected. And we're going to have Toff come back in and give Garrett's a break. But tip of the cap to Garrett's. Nice little and one play there.
It was a nice one. And then she finished before that. And she's got to be careful, though. She is a freshman, but she does foul. And, Coach would like to play her a lot more minutes, but she can't do that when she picks up early fouls.
Souvenir at the point for the Warriors. She's going to post up on Salonen and kick it out. Now with it at the top, Abby Johnson back to Souvenir. Souvenir drives on Swanek, puts it up, and that's going to be no good. No foul call that time. There was contact, but Lyman comes out with the rebound, gets caught up in her dribble, and that ball is stolen. And now pass in transition the other way, knocked loose by Salonen. Now it's going to go out of bounds. These kids can take a deep breath as it's going to be LC State ball on the baseline. 23-19, the Saints lead the Warriors. 5:22 left in the first half. Souvenir to inbound. She gets it inside to Johnson. Johnson on the wing for three. And that one's good. Abby Johnson.
She's a nice player. Now that was off the dribble on a hop back move, Daniel. And that is not easy to do, but she's very polished.
There's something to be said about basketball players who come out with the long sleeves. They always got a little swag, and they love taking those jump shots. We're going to have a kick ball on the other end as Lyman tried to hit an entry pass to Salonen about the free throw line. Off the foot of Jansen Edmiston, who's back in the game for LC State. We're going to have Lyman inbounding near side. Coach Sayers calls the play. Montana, of course, you can hear through the microphones. It's going to be Salonen. Drive. Floater. No good that time. Toth goes for the rebound, and it's going to be brought down by Johnson. Johnson and Nielsen, very impressive so far for LC State. Souvenir gets it to Nielsen this time. And Nielsen loses the ball, almost gets taken by Wagner, but Souvenir ends up with it. She's going to drive, and her shot's going to be blocked, but not before a foul is called. That's going to go on Taylor Salonen. 4:39 left in the second quarter. We're going to have a timeout called on the floor, and that's going to be an immediate timeout. We'll take a short break. Saints lead 23-22 here on Rewind 94.9 and KCAP.com. Daniel Sally, Gary Turcotte, back to the tune of Will Smith. Getting jiggy with it, great song. We also got a great game, 23-22, Carroll leads on the Capital Collision Center scoreboard with 4:39 remaining in the second quarter.
A very competitive game. Carroll's starting to find a few holes in LC's zone. It's a 1-2-2 zone. It's very effective. And you said it when you said how long LC State is. They are long and they move. And it's tough to get a good shot against that zone.
First free throw by Souvenir out of the timeout, up and good, tying the game up at 23. Second one on the way, and that one's good. So another lead change as we have it 24-23 on the Capital Collision Center scoreboard. 4.5 minutes left in the second quarter. And something tells me Coach Sayers is going to have a nice little play drawn up out of the timeout here as Swanwick gets the ball across midcourt. Swanwick guarded at the top by Edmiston, and we're going to have, looks like a travel call. Is that what they got there?
Yeah.
So another turnover for the Saints. That's going to make it looks like 8 on the game, maybe 9. We'll see if the stats refresh on that, but it's going to be LC ball. 24-23 they lead. 4:21 left in the first half. Souvenir looking to go inside. It's going to hit right off the foot of Swanwick, and then it's going to go out of bounds.
That time they wanted to post up Jaden, and they have a big size advantage. Jaden's 5'3", and she's guarding a girl that's 5'10".
Yeah.
And Jaden just got enough of it to deflect it out of bounds.
Souvenir inbounds. It's going to be Edmiston on the drive. Floater up, no good. Rebound Sienna Swanwick. 4:10 in the half. Swanwick gets up the court. Now Wagner to Lyman in the corner. Out to Swanwick at top. Swanwick thinks about it, pump fakes, drives, floater off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound, Taylor Salonen. Out to Swanwick, back to Wagner. Wagner thinks about the three. She decides to pull back and give it to Lyman. Lyman at the top, inside. Salonen on the elbow. She's going to lose the ball, and that's going to be stolen by that zone defense. Edmiston, 10 turnovers now for the Saints. Souvenir in transition off the glass, and that's good. Coach Sayers is going to call a timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we're going to stay here. 3:42 left in the second quarter. And Coach Turcotte, such a fast game, we haven't had much time to break it down a little bit, but the defense of LC State right now, just tenacious.
Well, it's their length. It's just a 1-2-2 zone, but it's spread, and they're very, very long. Their smallest player is like 5'9", 5'10". And everywhere you look, there's another 6-footer out there, and they're spread and they're in the gaps, and it's hard to play against that. It takes a lot of patience, a lot of time. You have to use a lateral dribble. You have to keep your dribble, change your angle, and it's difficult to play against, and it's bothering Carroll.
Yeah, and you look at the sheet here of their roster. I mean, they got on the court 6 foot, 6'2", 5'10", 6'3", 5'9", 5'10", 5. I mean, it's just it's length across the board.
Yeah.
And there's not a huge difference between their guards and forwards, but they all got big wingspans. As we come back from the timeout, Saints take the ball up, going right to left. 3.5 minutes left. 26-23. The Warriors lead. Hilborn gets it across, goes to Denny on the elbow. Back to Hilborn on the right wing. Hilborn to Denny. Denny takes her dribbles, goes inside to Top. Top posts up on the block, turn around left hand, and that one's blocked, that time by Abby Johnson. The Warriors are moving in transition. Souvenir finds Burlage. Burlage, easy move to the hoop off the glass for 2, extending the LC State lead to 5 with 3 minutes left in the quarter.
Great execution of the fast break there, kind of a delayed secondary break there by LC.
Lyman running the point for the Saints. Saints looking for a bucket. They were up 23-22. Now 28-23, a little 6-0 run real quick for the Warriors. Hilborn, Denny on the elbows. Saints going to the elbow a lot tonight as Denny drives, and she's going to lose that one out of bounds. Turnover number 11 for Carroll College.
Well, even when Carroll gets it to the high post, they're outsized.
They're swamped.
They're Christine is struggling, and she doesn't hardly ever struggle. But Christine Denny, they're getting the ball to her where they want it, but she's surrounded by a lot of size.
28-23, LC State leads Carroll. 2:35 left in the first half. Here's going to be a drive. This time it's going to be Nielsen. Shot no good. Rebound brought down by Wagner, who's going to lead it up the floor. 2:25 on the clock now. Lyman running the point. Lyman guarded at the top by Souvenir. Lyman's going to go over to Wagner. Wagner to Denny. Denny on the elbow again. This time she's going to get it back out to Wagner. Here comes Wagner again, and that one's going to be stolen. Turnover number 12. That time it was Kiara Burlage. Here's the drive the other way, and we're going to have Jaden Lyman taking the charge.
That's just a great charge by Jaden. That was a great advantage that LC had, and they're trying to talk to him to see if he's been restricted. They're going to call it a block. The trail official went and told the lead official that her feet were in the horseshoe, and so they reversed the call. And they might be right. They may very well be the correct call.
Tough angle over here from the scorer's table that we sit at, otherwise known as the Cochran Insurance broadcast booth. But that's a tough break because it looked like the Saints were going to take the ball back, get a little momentum. But now you have Edmiston going to the line to shoot free throws.
The basket went in!
Now, as you can hear the coach saying the basket went in. And now they're going to count it. So, Edmiston's
That's
basket.
a big reversal. That's a
turnover.
if she makes this free throw, that's a 5-point reversal.
5-point swing, and man, Edmiston at the line, and that could be big. As this could become an 8-point ball game. It will not, though. Free throw miss, but now LC State keeps the ball off the rebound. Edmiston again on the wing, guarded by Lyman. Big defensive series here for the Saints. Souvenir at the top, taking it to the left wing. She's guarded by Hilborn. Souvenir dribbles around. She's going to pull up for three. Off the rim, no good. Hilborn goes for the rebound. She gets it. 1:43 left in the half. Hilborn drives out to Wagner. Now to Lyman. Lyman is going to draw a foul. That's going to be the 4th team foul on LC State. They're going to get Souvenir that time. So 30-23, LC State leads the Saints. 1:37 in the second quarter. Denny's going to inbound here on the near side right in front of us. Lyman now to Denny. Denny's got to get going sometime. They're going to go inside to Sloan, out to Wagner. Wagner would have had an open look, but the pass was tipped. She still gets it, drives, goes up with it, and we're going to have no foul, but the ball's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by the Warriors. Carroll will inbound from the baseline.
And that last call you made, Daniel, the ball was tipped. They've had a lot of tips.
Yes.
That length has really been a factor.
Lyman to inbound. I mean, tips, steals, block shots, you name it. Wagner for three. That time, no good. A rare air ball from the hands of Danny Wagner, the sharp shooter on this Saints team. LC's going to slow it down. They're going to call their play. Running the point will be Farmer. Minute 10 left in the half. Warriors still lead by 7. With it on the right wing is Rachel Schroeder, recently checked in for the Warriors. Now here's the drive. Shot up, and that one's going to be good from the block. That was Abby Johnson. 32-23. This is up to a 9-point lead, making a 10-point run for the Warriors. They were down 23-22. 45 seconds left. Saints dying to get a bucket here. Hilborn, Denny at the top, back to Hilborn. Hilborn inside. Salonen turnaround off the glass. Nice move by Salonen. She gets two, and the Saints end the drought. 32-25, they trail. 27 seconds left in the second quarter. Farmer running point again. Farmer guarded by Wagner. About a 1 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Shot clock now down to 10. Game at 11.
8, 7, 6.
Farmer. Farmer's going to drive, kick it out. Three-pointer up from Schroeder. That's going to be no good. Rebounded by the Saints. Christine Denny's going to put up a prayer, and that's going to be short. So, at the half, here from the PE Center, Deuce Clark State, 32. Carroll College, 25 on the Capital Collision Center scoreboard. Coming up, we have the halftime show brought to you by Kevin Dunn and Terry White, financial advisors at Dunn's Financial Solutions. But before that, we're going to take a quick step aside. Warriors 32, Saints 25 here on Rewind 94.9 and KCAP.com. Second half action coming to you here from the PE Center. Daniel Sally, Gary Turcotte, the Hall of Famer, here in the Cochran Insurance broadcast booth. 32-25 on the Capital Collision Center scoreboard. LC State leads, and it will be LC State with the ball to start off the second half. Taking up the court is Souvenir. She's going to give it off to her teammate, Abby Johnson with it. She's going to go to Burlage. Burlage inside. Nielsen turnaround off the glass, and that one's good. 34-25. LC State leads by 9.
Great execution of the flex offense there by LC State. Just really well conceived. Well done.
Hilborn runs the point for the Saints. She gets it to Swanek in the corner. Hilborn still with it. She's going to drive around, dribble. Outside to Swanek. Swanek for Wagner. Wagner for 3. And it's good. Danny Wagner gets the Saints going in the second half. Big shot from the Havre native, the junior. 34-28, LC State leads. 9:10 left in the third quarter. Warrior basketball. Souvenir running the point again. She's been doing a lot of that for the Warriors. She's going to drive in. Outside to Nielsen. Nielsen, 11 points on the game. Now she drives off the glass, and that looks good. Nielsen putting on a show tonight as she gets another bucket.
Boy, she's a nice player.
Hilborn up the floor now. 36-28, 8-point game. Hilborn finds Denny. Denny on the elbow, drives off the glass, and it's good. Christine Denny gets going. She'll be big in this second half if the Saints want to come back. That'll be her 5th and 6th point on the bucket. 36-30. The Saints trail. 8.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Here's a drive again from Nielsen, and she's going to miss that time, but Souvenir's right there to clean it up. Put back, tip in, and that's good. 38-30 now the score in favor of LC.
And Nielsen's gone by Danny Wagner twice. Coach isn't going to like that.
Denny with it on the elbow. She's going to drive out to Hilborn. Hilborn from the corner. Three-pointer no good. Rebounded that time by Edmiston. Edmiston taking it up the court. She's going to give it to Souvenir. Souvenir on the wing guarded by Swanek. Now inside. Johnson goes up with it, and that one's going to be no good. Rebound brought down by Hilborn. Hilborn doing it all tonight for the Saints as she takes it up the court. Swanek with it now on the left wing. Back to Hilborn. Hilborn running the point. Now to Swanek. Swanek on the near side. Saints going left to right in this second half. Hilborn still dribbling around. 8 on the shot clock now. Saints looking for something. Swanek pulls up for 3 from the wing. No good that time. Rebound, Toth. Toth up and under. Goes up with it. That one's no good. Rebound brought down by LC. Taking up the court is Edmiston. Edmiston drives, kicks. Nielsen going to go with it, and we're going to have a block called as Hilborn tried to get in front of Nielsen. Contact, but it's going to be against the Saints. 7:13 in the third quarter. LC State 38, Carroll College 30 on your Capital Collision Center scoreboard. It's Warrior basketball on the baseline. Inbounding. It's going to be Souvenir. Souvenir inside. Burlage. Burlage off the glass, and that one's good. Good defense by Toth. Not much she can do there as they get it back in. Lyman will push now, push the tempo for Carroll. Lyman inside. Denny on the block. Out to McDermott. McDermott. Swanek in the corner. Three-pointer no good from Swanek. Rebound Nielsen. Nielsen running up the court again. She's picked up by McDermott in transition. They're going to give it off to Burlage. Burlage runs to the wing, picks up her dribble, gives it to Nielsen. Nielsen up to Souvenir. Souvenir at the top. Goes by Swanek, picks up her dribble. She's going to find a backdoor cut. That's going to be Burlage, but she's going to miss her out of bounds. That's going to be a turnover forced by the Saints. Carroll basketball as they trail by 10.
And Carroll hasn't had very many stops this half. That was a good stop right there. We tried to go back door there, and Carroll didn't bite.
Lyman running the point. 6.5 minutes in the third quarter. She's going to take it up. Denny. Denny on the elbow. Now to Lyman. Lyman. Now to Swanek. Swanek's going to drive. Pull up from the elbow. Pump fake. Shot no good. 6:10 left, and that's going to be rebounded by LC. Coming down with it is Jansen Edmiston. Souvenir with the point for LC State. They're going to give it over to Johnson. Johnson now to Burlage. Burlage looking for Nielsen. She's going to keep it. Burlage driving on Toth. kicks it out. Three-pointer up from Johnson. That time it's airballed. McDermott getting the rebound. Now there's a tie-up. Ball's loose, and we're going to have a foul called. They're going to get that on LC State. Looks like they're going to get Burlich on the call.
I think anytime you can get LC State shooting it from the perimeter, it's to your advantage. Anytime LC State's bouncing it, they kind of have a little bit of an advantage.
Yeah, not really a jump shooting team as we've seen them struggle from three-point land and from the free throw line today. But I think that's a good strategy for Carroll to kind of force them outside.
There we go. That's better.
Kind of the opposite of what Tech had to offer on Tuesdays. They were a big shooting team. Garrett's on the elbow. She's going to get the ball stolen. Another turnover for the Saints. That's number 13 on the game for them. But another turnover on the other end as Nielsen tries to throw it ahead, and it's going to be off the hands of Souvenir, out of bounds.
Nielsen doesn't make very many mistakes, but she did there. Got a little too excited.
Lyman taking the ball up, 40-30. Saints trail. 5:20 left in the third quarter. Saints looking for a bucket here to steal some momentum back in this ball game. McDermott on the left wing to Lyman up at the top of the key. Lyman works her way to the far sideline. Saints working left to right on your dial. Swanek swing to McDermott for three. That time no good for Molly McDermott. Rebound brought down by Souvenir. Souvenir's going to get it across the court, pick up her dribble, kick it out. Nielsen for three. No good that time, and that's going to be airballed out of bounds, and it's going to be Carroll College basketball. And we're going to have a timeout called, and we'll step aside as well. Actually, no, we're going to keep it here because 4:53 left, 40-30, LC State leads, and Coach Turcotte, I think some good adjustments defensively for the Saints, but they just need to get the ball in the hoop.
Yeah, well, they do, and I think they need to keep going inside. I think that is the weakness that I see in that zone is down low, but it's tempting sometimes to take those jump shots, but maybe off an inside-outside jump shot. But I think if Carroll would really look to go inside, that is where they could really have some success.
Carroll College basketball brought to you in part by Placer Motors. Your Helena Subaru dealer is Placer Motors. Family owned for over 75 years. Capital Collision Center. Montana State Law says it's your vehicle and your choice where to have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center. Furniture Showroom. Why pay more? Every day is a great day to buy new home furnishings at Furniture Showroom. Money Train Casino. For the best happy hour and huge wins, all aboard the Money Train Casino. Overland Express Restaurant and Lounge, your all-American family-style restaurant serving the Helena community since 1975. So, a lot of ball left to be played here in the PE Center. 4:53 left in the third quarter. 40-30, LC State leads Carroll. Coming out of the timeout, Carroll's going to have a big lineup. It's going to be Swanek and Lyman in the backcourt, joined by Salonen, McDermott, and Garrett. So a lot of height, trying to match the length maybe for the Saints. Inbounding will be Lyman. Looks like a little zone trap look from LC State as Lyman's going to try and get it across. She's going to go to Salonen. Salonen closed in by a double team. She's going to give it back to Lyman, and now the Warriors will back off. Lyman now to McDermott. McDermott at the top of the key. Jaden Lyman running point once again. She's going to get it back to Swanek. Swanek to Lyman. Lyman looks inside to Salonen, and that ball's tipped and stolen by the Warriors. Credit Hannah Berlin there, who ends up with the steal. LC State looking to build on their 10-point lead. 4:21 left in the third quarter. Johnson's going to take the three. That was good. So LC State finally taking advantage of the Carroll defense. 43-30. 13-point ball game with 4:10 left in the third quarter.
That's a 6'1" post player just splashed that three.
Lyman taking the point up. Swanek. Swanek to Lyman. Now McDermott. McDermott to Lyman. Lyman running point. Gives it back to Swanek. Swanek on the wing. Goes to McDermott. McDermott in the corner inside to Salonen, and that ball's going to be knocked loose. Another turnover by Carroll. That's their 15th on the ball game. In transition, three-pointer up from Berlin, and that one's no good. So another missed three by LC State, and we're going to have Jaden Lyman corralling the long rebound. She'll run the point back up the floor for the Saints. That time a three-pointer from the corner from Swanek, no good. High-tempo basketball being played here at the PE Center. 43-30, LC State leads Carroll. Warriors decide to slow down. Abby Farmer running the point. She's going to go to Nielsen, and we're going to have an illegal pick set by Burlich. So a nice little break there as the Saints are going to get the ball back.
Well, Carroll's down 13, and if they could get it cut to single figures, there's 3 minutes left in the quarter, get it cut to single digits at the quarter, then I think you could be in position to make a run. But you don't want to let that lead get up to 16, 17 points at the quarter.
Yeah, and I think when it's a double-digit ball game, it's always in play, but I think there's a little mental block with it being 9 versus even 10 points.
You got it.
Lyman taking the ball, gives it to Denny on the wing. Denny goes back to Lyman. Lyman now to Denny again. Denny at top, goes to the corner. Wagner for 3. Off the rim, no good. Offensive rebound, Christine Denny. She does it all, folks. She gets it back to Lyman. 16 on the shot clock. Lyman calls the play. She gets to Salonen. Salonen pump fakes from 3. She's going to drive out to Lyman. Lyman for 3. No good again.
Those are good looks. Hill's starting to get some pretty good looks. They're just missing them.
Here's Nielsen in transition. Nice pass off to the side, and a basket is good by Hannah Berlin. 15 points now the deficit. 45-30, LC State in the lead. Jaden Lyman running point here in the PE Center for the Saints. She's going to give it over to Wagner. Wagner back to Lyman. 2:21 left in the third quarter. Wagner inside. Salonen posting up. Nice move by Salonen as she gets the bucket. 32-45, the Saints trail. Here's Nielsen on the other end in transition. Puts up a quick one. No good. Maddie Garrett fights off her own teammate Denny for the rebound. They're going to get it to Lyman. Lyman pushing. Sayers calls the play. Lyman running point. Pretty intense here in the PE Centers. We got the Saints looking to make a run back at the lead. They trail by 13. Minute 48. Lyman goes inside for Salonen again. Salonen, pass goes long, gets it out back to Lyman. This time Salonen from the corner for 3, and it's good! Taylor Salonen from downtown. And folks, we got a 10-point ball game. 45-35 here with a minute 39 left in the third quarter. Not a bad look there by Salonen.
He had a foul there on Maddie Garrett's, I guess.
Interesting.
Yeah, after
that's the second foul on Garrett's that's come after the bucket.
Really late, yeah, and that's her third.
Oh, well, that's frustrating for Carroll as Garrett's giving him some good minutes off the bench. But nonetheless, it's back down to 10 points, and this is where the Saints have a chance to strike. Big stop that they could get here as they're going to double team here right in front of the scorer's table. Now it's going to be Berland with it. She's going to give it to Farmer. Farmer running the point. Calling the play. Going to come off the pick. Saints defender switches. Denny's on her now. She's going to get it off, and we're going to have a foul called. They're going to have one on the floor. It looks like it's going to be called on Lyman. And basically what happened there was Edmiston was getting guarded by Lyman, and before her spin move, she got bumped on the arm. They called the foul there. But after her spin move, she took Lyman into the ground.
Exactly, that's exactly what happened.
It would have been a charge.
Yeah, if Jaden had the reach, she would have had the charge.
Yeah, but they got the reach before the spin move.
Yep.
And now they're going to bring out the mop to dry up the Jaden Lyman sweat.
Carroll's got to cut to 10. There's a minute 18 left.
Yeah.
A couple of stops.
They're in
and
striking distance.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This is big here. 20 on the shot clock. Inbounding will be Farmer. Farmer gets it to Burlage. Burlage guarded by Maddie Garrett. She's going to post up. And we're going to have a travel. Burlage went to pick up her dribble, slid that foot a little bit, took the extra step. And ladies and gentlemen, it's Carroll College basketball. 45-35, still the score. Minute 14 left in the third. Jaden Lyman playing the point. She's going to get it up to Wagner, and it's going to be stolen before she gets a chance to get it. That time corralled in by Hannah.
That was a bad turnover. That was just a silly turnover there.
I think Wagner thought it got tipped a little less than it did, and she didn't quite chase it down enough, and it was just sloppy. Now a three-pointer from Farmer. That one's going to be no good, but an offensive rebound brought down by Berlin. Berlin finds it over to Burlage, and you can't leave her over on the elbow. She will make you pay. 2 points for her. 47-35, your score. Back to 12 points. 35 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Lyman running the point. She waves Christine Denny into the key. She's going to give it to Wagner up top. Wagner out to Lyman. Lyman for 3. Off the rim, off the glass, no good. Garrett's offensive rebound, and it's good. Maddie Garrett puts it back in for 2. Back to 10 points. 47-37, LC State leads. 13 on the game clock here in the third. Burlage gets it across the court. Maybe getting away with a walk there as she goes to the corner. Berlin with it now, and she's going to drive, and she's going to get fouled by Lyman. Foul number 4 on the Saints. It's going to be Jaden's third foul, too. So that's Makes things interesting for her going forward the rest of this ball game as we're going to have Farmer inbounding. 5 seconds on the clock. Three-pointer up from LC State. That one's good.
That was big.
Edgerton, that's huge. So after the three, your score in the third quarter, 50-37. LC State leads Carroll going into the fourth. This is Carroll College basketball on Rewind 94.9 and on KCAP.com.
That was a big three.
Daniel Sally, the Hall of Famer, Gary Turcotte joining me alongside each other here in the Cochran Insurance broadcast booth. Your score on the Capital Collision Center scoreboard as we get ready to start fourth quarter action here. LC State 50, Carroll College 37. Coming off a big three there from Edmiston before the end of the third quarter. What a big shot, Coach Turcotte.
Well, it was an out-of-bounds situation, and 5 seconds left to go, and Carroll had a chance to go into the quarter only down 10. All of a sudden, it's 13.
Taking the ball up will be Lyman for the Saints. Lyman gets it over to Wagner. Wagner at the top of the key. She's going to drive inside to Garrett's. Garrett's turnaround off the glass and one. Maddie Garrett, have yourself a day, kid. Making it 11 points with a chance to make it a 10-point deficit at the line.
And that is where LC is a little vulnerable right there. Again, in that spread zone, they're so spread that they're right in at the low post.
Carroll College basketball is brought to you in part by Eagle Tire and Auto Service, understanding customer needs yesterday, today, and every day across from Eagle Lube Express on North Montana. Garrett hits the free throw. It's a 10-point game once again, folks. Only took about 15 seconds into this fourth quarter. 50-40, the Warriors lead the Saints on the Capital Collision Center scoreboard. Running the point, a souvenir for the Warriors. Denny will guard her at the top of the key. She's going to go to the wing with the ball now is Edmiston. Edmiston inside the Burlage. Burlage double team, kicks it out. Three-pointer up from Johnson. That's going to hit the rim, no good. Burlage rebound blocked by Denny, and they're going to get her for a foul. Tough break for Christine Denny, trying to go for the block there, but that's only going to be her second foul here in the fourth. 50-40, the Saints trail LC State at the line. It's Burlage. Her first free throw is up, and that one's good. Back to an 11-point ball game. The Warriors in the lead. Second shot from Burlage up, and that one's good. Salonen will inbound. Lyman with it. Lyman getting a lot of minutes here in this ball game. She'll take the ball up the court. Saints have 16 turnovers on the game, looking to clean it up in the fourth quarter and push to make this thing interesting. Right now they trail by 12. Lyman running the point. Now Denny. Denny drives, puts it up, floater off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound that time by Danny Wagner. Great hustle. She's going to kick it out. Denny pump fakes from three. Now to Lyman. Lyman running the point.
10 seconds!
Wagner on the wing, back to Lyman. Lyman's going to drive. Inbounds to Maddie Garrett, and Garrett is going to be fouled by Burlage.
She is displacing!
That's going to be Burlage's second foul.
That's off
On the ground.
Displacement.
Lyman will inbound from the baseline. She's going to get it inside to Salonen. Salonen out to Denny. Back to Lyman on the corner. Lyman towards the middle of the floor. Now working towards the left wing. She goes to Wagner up top. Wagner. Her pass is going to be tipped by Edmiston out of bounds. So, 8:28 left in the ball game. Still Carroll basketball. They're inbounding on the far sideline over there in front of the Carroll Crazies. 52-40, LC State leads. Denny runs the point. She takes it up. Gives it over to Wagner. Wagner to Salonen at the top of the key. Salonen back to Wagner. Now Wagner to Denny. 6 on the shot clock. Lyman's going to drive baseline now. She's going to swing it all the way around. Fade away. No good that time from Lyman. Garrett's going for the rebound. Can't bring it down. It's going to be brought in by Abby Johnson. So LC State slowing it down a little bit. They lead by 12 points, 52-40. 8 minutes left in the ball game. Abby Johnson at the top of the key. Three-pointer up from Burlage. No good. Rebound brought down by Wagner. Wagner leading the charge for the Saints. She's going to get it underneath to Denny. Denny pump fakes to Lyman. Inside Salonen. Out to Denny. Now to Wagner. Wagner's going to pump fake from 3. Wagner on the right wing.
Denny's got to take that shot.
She does.
Yeah.
Salonen. Elbow jumper. And it's good. Taylor Salonen for 2. 52-42. Capital Collision Center scoreboard reads Saints trail by 10. 7.5 minutes left in the ball game. Nielsen over to Johnson. Now Souvenir running point. Nielsen back with the ball at the top of the key. She's going to go to the left wing to Johnson. Now Burlage with it on the elbow. Around the free throw line, she's going to give it to Souvenir. Souvenir guarded by Denny. She's going to drive, go up with it underneath the hoop. Reverse layup, no good. Rebound, Taylor Salonen. She gets it to Denny. The Saints are running. Denny leading the charge. She's going to kick it to Wagner. Wagner going to Salonen. Salonen off the elbow, and it's good. And the foul. Taylor Salonen count the basket. 52-44 with a chance to make it 45 for Salonen.
Carroll is starting to go inside, and they're starting to have some success.
Toth checking in, as well as Sienna Swanek. Salonen will step to the line for the shot. Carroll College basketball is brought to you in part by Mattress Firm, Montana's largest Tempur-Pedic retailer, where it's easy to get a great night's sleep. D.A. Davidson & Company believes in hands-on investing in students and financial education. Each year since 1985, giving $50,000 to college and university investment teams. Salonen's free throw no good. Burlage gets the rebound. She's going to give it off to Souvenir, who will take the ball up the floor. 52-44. We got an 8-point ball game. 6:40 left on the clock. Johnson with it on the near side. Johnson picks up her dribble, guarded by Salonen. She's going to give it off to Burlage. Burlage drives on top, off the glass, and that one's good.
Nice take by Burlage. That was not an easy shot.
Burlage makes it a 10-point game once again. 6:22 left in the ball game. Swanek running the point. She's going to give it out to Wagner. Wagner on the left wing. Now to Denny in the corner. Denny goes inside to Salonen, and it's going to get knocked off the foot of, looks like, Hannah Berlin. So that's going to be a kick ball. Carroll's going to keep the ball in inbound. Another tip ball, Coach Turcotte.
Yeah, that was, but she was trying to get the ball inside, so it was the right idea.
Swanek will inbound from the baseline. Wagner hanging out in the corner. They're going to look to get her open. Swanek goes to top, and that's another tip pass. That time off the hand of Abby Johnson. So it's going to go out of bounds, and we will have another Carroll inbound, this time from the corner over by the drum set there with the band. Swanek inbounds. It goes for Denny, and that's a risky pass. It's tipped by Souvenir, but before she can gain possession, it goes out of bounds. So a little break there for Carroll. So for the third time, I hear it's the charm. Carroll will inbound.
17 seconds on the play clock.
6:06 on the game. 54-44. Carroll's got to find a nice looking shot here. They got a chance to make it single digits once again. Denny takes her dribble. She's going to go inside for Toth. It's going to be tipped again. This time stolen by Burlage. 17 turnovers now in the ball game for the Saints. Souvenir will run the point. Souvenir over to Burlage. Burlage at the top of the key, guarded by Emerald Toth. Swings it around to Nielsen. Nielsen in the corner. Nielsen over to Edmiston. And now we're going to have a foul called. They're going to get Salonen for this one as she made contact with Abby Johnson. That's only going to be Salonen's second, though, so she's been efficient tonight, playing good basketball.
And LC would really like to get into that bonus. They're a very good free throw shooting team. They'd like to get into that bonus with 3-4 minutes left.
Souvenir finds Johnson cutting back door, and another foul. Salonen again. So just like that, in a matter of seconds, she goes from 1 to 3 personal fouls. And now we're going to have Johnson step in line for 2. So LC State 4 of 9 in the first half from the free throw line. We'll see what they got in crunch time here as her first free throw is up. And that one's no good. So another miss there for Johnson. Is LC State normally great from the stripe, but
yeah, she was 16 for 20 coming into the game.
a little surprised to see them struggling, but another one up from Johnson. And that one, that time barely even hit the net. It was a perfect shot.
Yeah.
Talk about the broadcasting jinx, so I guess I just did it that time. Running the point will be Sienna Swanek. She'll take the ball across the court for the Saints. 55-44 on the Capital Collision Center scoreboard. Saints trail. Tips pass again. This time Salonen brings it down. She's going to go to Denny in the corner. Danny Wagner pump fakes the 3, gives it to Denny. Denny on the wing. She's going to drive, kick it out. Swanek 7 on the shot clock. She's going to give it to Wagner again. Wagner, Denny for 3. That one's no good off the rim. Salonen gets the rebound though. Saints have life. Back to Denny. 4:50 on the game clock, 15 on the shot clock. Salonen at the top. Now to Denny again. Denny to the corner to Wagner. Now Denny, 6 on the shot clock. Swanek on the left wing. Inside, Salonen, turnaround off the glass, no good, and that one's going to be rebounded by Abby Johnson.
And that's the first time Taylor Salonen's gotten the ball in there that she didn't take a good shot. She just kind of threw that one up, but she's been very solid in there.
4:25 left in the ball game. 55-44. The Capital Collision Center scoreboard reads the Warriors of LC State lead the home Fighting Saints of Carroll College. First conference game on the year for the Warriors. They came in 5-1. Carroll 1-0 in conference coming into this one. Here's the drive, and that's going to be good. Basket almost, or excuse me, there's going to be a foul. Basket almost went in, but not quite. So it's going to be Kiara Burlage drawing the foul from top. And she's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Burlage gets that ball up there at the elbow area, and she spins to her left.
Media timeout called, so we're going to step aside here as well. 55-44, LC State leads Carroll here on Rewind 94.9. Ooh. Well, Saints fans, 4:09 left in the ball game. Saints still hanging in there. 55-44, LC State leads on the Capital Collision Center scoreboard. Big free throws coming up here from Burlage as she's going to step to the line, looking to extend the lead of her team. First free throw's up, and that one's good. So Burlage makes the front end of her 2 shots. Burlage up to 16 points, our player to watch tonight going into this one. She's averaged about 15 on the year. And her second one is up, and that one's good. So Burlage sinks them both. Saints deficit now at 13 points. Big possession here as they're going to look to try and close the gap. LC State not slowing down defensively. Lyman to Denny.
What?
Denny
That's
over
a
to
foul.
Swanek.
What was that?
And now they're going to get Garrett for a foul. Looks like she was trying to post up and get position, and she's going to get called for that one. So it's going to be LC State ball. 3:52 left. They lead by 13.
And Coach Orr did a pretty good job of lobbying on that one. He's been after the officials about the post-up, and it kind of paid off for him that time.
Absolutely. Souvenir running the point. Coach Sayre sends Hilborn to the scorer's table to check in. She hasn't been in a while from what I can tell. Lyman knocks the ball loose that time. Now it's on the ground, and Wagner's going to get a little too aggressive there. She's going to get called for a foul. That's going to be team 5th. So second on Wagner. That's gonna get the Saints another foul closer to the bonus. They're at 5 now. 2 more to go for them. Nielsen's gonna step in now and shoot. That one's up, and that one's good. Correction, they are in the bonus. I had it mixed up with the guys with the quarters and the halves and the 5 fouls versus 7 fouls.
Yeah, and this is exactly where LC State wants to be, is late in the ball game. And you got to foul them, and they're a great free throw shooting team.
Nielsen sinks them both. We got a 15-point game now, 59-44. Hilborn running the point for the Saints. She's going to go inside. Denny drives, up with it off the glass. She's going to draw a foul, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Carroll College basketball is brought to you in part by HCO Indoor Shooting Range and Gun Store. Your state-of-the-art indoor shooting range offering 8 shooting lanes in a controlled atmosphere. Capital City Realty, when service matters, call on the home team. A1 Rentals, they've got the equipment you need for every project on Cedar Street next to Party Plus. Denny makes the first one. And last one, Gold Island Casino. The luck starts here. Second one from Denny, and that one's up and good. So Denny sinks 2 shots. We got 3:22 on the clock, 59-46. I mean, we did see the men on Tuesday come back from down 5 with 29 seconds, so I'm not going to rule anything out yet. Up the court is Johnson with the ball. She goes to Nielsen. Nielsen. Over to Souvenir. Souvenir running the point. Souvenir guarded by Hilborn. Hilborn over to Burlage. Burlage. Souvenir. 3-pointer. Off the rim, no good. Rebound, Maddie Garretts. Garretts with 4 fouls, still in the game. Over to Denny, 2:50 on the clock. Saints will push this time. Denny's going to bring it in, kick it out to Wagner. Wagner, Hilborn on the wing. She's going to drive in, backdoor pass to Garretts. Garretts fumbles it, ends up in the hands of Hilborn again. 14 on the clock. Lyman to Hilborn for 3. Off the rim, no good by Camden Hilborn. 2.5 minutes now exactly, 59-46. Warriors lead. We're in the bonus there too. Warriors a good free throw shooting team. Here's a driving kick from Souvenir, and they're going to get Lyman going for a charge again, going to get called for a block. It looked like that time she was in the horseshoe.
Yeah, I got shielded on that. And Souvenir has done a very nice job at the point. When she first came into the league, she was really just a pure shooter. And playing at the point tonight, she's had a nice floor game, taking the ball to the basket when she should, run their offense very effectively.
First free throw up and no good from Souvenir. She's going to shoot one more. Fans starting to flood in even more here in the PE Center as Souvenir makes her second. Looks like more crowd coming for the guys game. Of course, a lot of history in recent years between Carroll and LC State in men's and women's basketball.
Well, Carroll women have won 7 in a row. So it's been a while since LC State's won one, and it looks like they're going to get their win tonight.
Danny on the elbow. And yeah, LC State coming to play on their road trip. And that one's good for Camden Hilborn. 3-pointer, and we got an 11-point game with a little under 2 minutes left. And a timeout's going to be called. And they're going to make that immediate timeout, so we'll step aside. Capital Collision Center scoreboard reads 60-49. LC State with 1:53 left. We'll be back in a minute. Minute 53 to play here in the PE Center. 60-49. LC State leads Carroll College. Minute 50 left. Carroll's in a full court press look. Hilborn and Denny looking for the trap, but the Warriors are going to get it up the court to Souvenir. Souvenir at the top of the key. I imagine LC State will take their time on this possession. Nielsen with it. Nielsen guarded by Garrett. Garrett's got to be careful. She's got 4 fouls now. Souvenir's going to drive on Wagner. That ball's going to be taken by Christine Denny. She's going to get it off to Wagner. Wagner up the floor. Lyman from the wing for 3. That one's in and out, no good. Garrett's off at the rebound. She goes up with it. Oh, and she gets fouled. Very close to making the basket for
that would have been a great and one right there.
Garrett's nonetheless will go to the line with a chance to make it a single-digit ball game once again. 60-49 is the score.
Hey, that's a shot.
Here's Garrett's at the line.
Go up with it a little bit early. Hey, we're running this.
Garrett's shot is up and good. She makes her first.
Help her.
She's going to step to the line one more time. Looking to make it a 9-point game. She puts it up one more time, and that one's good. So Garrett sinks them both. 60-51. Carroll down by 9. They're going to trap once again. Denny and Lyman close in. Oh, a nice play drawn up as LC State gets across the court. They're going to find Nielsen for an easy bucket, and just like that, it's back to 11 points. A minute 10. The clock is winding down abruptly on Carroll. Christine Denny at the point.
They could pop. They're gonna pop.
She's going to come off the wing. Need to drive. Pull back out to Hilborn. Hilborn for 3. That was good. Camden Hilborn, nothing but net. We got an 8-point game now. 53 seconds on the clock, and we're going to have a timeout called.
No quitting Carroll.
Yeah,
no quitting Carroll. You know, just keep battling. You just never know. It's an 8-point game. That's a 3-possession game, really. If you hit threes, but you just never know. 53 seconds, just never give up. Never give up.
We saw 5 points in 29 seconds on Tuesday night.
We did.
Man. Now we got 8-point deficit, 53 and a half seconds on the clock. Coach Turcotte, what do you think they really need to do if they want to try and close this game? I mean,
well, you got to get a
miracle first.
You got to get a steal. I mean, you know, there's just no question. So try to get one on the inbounds. But Coach Orr for LC, he's going to try to set something up where he throws the ball long, and he's got a lot of gimmick plays. Although with the timeout, you get to advance it in girls basketball. So he called timeout, and they get to advance it to half court. So that definitely helps. But a steal would be great right here.
So like you said, the ball advanced for LC State. They're going to line up right across from us, inbound on the far sideline. Right in front of the stands, and that's tough.
Oh, that's a bad call.
Yeah, Lyman was guarding, looks like Hannah Berlin on the inbound.
She ran right over Jordan Lyman. Lyman.
Lyman just got smacked flat to the ground. Coach Sayers is looking around.
I don't think he had a good look at it from his angle.
She got hit in the face. I mean,
yeah, she really took a shot.
Well, Lyman's going to get subbed out as she's a little dizzy, looks like. She's going to go to the bench. Chris Ward, the new head trainer, keep an eye on her. Swanek will check back in. So now, instead of a turnover and Carroll getting the ball back on an offensive foul, it's going to be Berlin stepping to the line for bonus.
And just a note about Jaden Lyman, she is a wonderful competitor, and she did everything she could there to get her team to steal and get them the ball. She sacrificed her body, which isn't very big, and it's too bad she didn't get a reward.
Yeah, first free throw up and good from Berlin, and Jaden Lyman, one of the toughest players in this whole conference and in the whole country. Carroll College basketball, it's going to be Wagner taking the ball up the floor. They trail by 10, 64-54. Now 45 seconds left. Swanek backdoor, and it's good. Reverse layup for Sienna Swanek. We're back to 8 points. Coach
that was a nice little set there by Carroll. That was a called play out of the timeout there by Coach Sayers.
Coach Sayers timeout, 30 seconds. We'll keep it right here, but 64-56, 44 seconds left. And like you said, I mean, Carroll, they're competing. I mean, it hasn't been their best game as far as keeping things cleaned up. However, they're bringing it.
Well, they are. And that's the thing. Never give up. And Carroll hasn't had their best game, but you got to give LC a lot of credit for the reason why they haven't. LC's come in here and played just a very solid basketball game. Used their length and their size. Their zone has been very effective. But Carroll has not let up, and they're going to battle right to the end.
So, out of the timeout, LC State basketball on the baseline. 44 seconds left. Inbounding the ball is going to be Johnson. Johnson sends a long pass to Nielsen, and looks like they caught Denny sleeping there as they were looking to throw it up, and Denny had a view at the passing lane, but was just a little late getting there.
Yeah, Christine normally gets that steal.
Shooting free throws is going to be Nielsen. She's been going off tonight. She's got 16 points. Leading all scorers is Burlage with 17. Looks like Carroll's leading scorer is Hilborn with 12. So not a big night offensively for the Saints. They only have 56 points. Nielsen's first free throw up and no good. Still an 8-point ball game. 43 seconds to play. 64 to 56. Looking to make it 65-56 is Nielsen. And her second one is good. We're going to have a sub really quick. Checking in is Edmiston. Edmiston likely a defensive sub for LC. Going to give Nielsen a bit of rest here at the end of this game. Saints inbound. Denny takes it up the court real quick. She's going to drive, full head of steam off the glass, and it's good. Denny making it a 7-point game. 65-58. We got a full timeout from Coach there, so we're going to step aside. 65-58 with 38 seconds here on Rewind 94.9. Fourth quarter here in the PE Center. 38 seconds left to go in the ballgame. 65-58. LC State leads Carroll.
And Carroll called that timeout. Coach Orr saw that Carroll had a pretty nice little full-court trap set up, so he took another timeout so that he could advance to the half court. In women's basketball, you can do that. We just initiated that rule last year, and the coaches really do like it.
Yeah, Coach Orr taking advantage, and he runs a great program at LC State. Just before this game comes to a close, I mean, tip of the cap to them. They came here on the road, tough place to play, and they're ready to go. Inbound by Nielsen. She's guarded by Garrett.
Delay game one right here.
Oh, we're going to get a warning on Garrett's for crossing over the line there. Got to be a little careful there. Just a warning, though, for Garrett. She'll
That's
guard
got to
the
bail them
inbound.
out. They didn't have anybody open on that.
Souvenir gets it, and she caught the ball ahead of the half-court line and stepped behind it. They missed that one. But nonetheless, we got a foul on.
He did miss it. It happened so quickly, he didn't turn his head. And, you know, the officials have actually had a nice ball game. Very, very nice. And they will get better. That's when they'll videotape that and look at that. I thought he missed it. I could be wrong, but it happened so quickly that he didn't quite have his head on it.
Yeah, important to remember, like you said, this has been a very well officiated ball game. Souvenir makes the first play. I mean, that's not a. Well, it's tough to not get that break here late in the game. I mean, that's not a call that would have given Carroll the game by any means. Next free throw up, and that one's good. So Souvenir hits a pair.
She caught it in the front court and dribbled into the back court with it, and that isn't over and back. There's just no way around it.
Yeah, and I mean, it was pretty clear. 1 foot was about a foot and a half over the line, but you know it's got to take it for what it is now. As Hilborn puts up a three, and that was good. Hilborn hits it from downtown. Now 6-point game with 28 seconds. Saints keeping this one interesting. Going to look for a steal. Garrett's guarding the inbound again. They're going to get inside the Souvenir. She'll be fouled right away by Hilborn. So Saints looking to maybe get lucky with a couple missed free throws here from LC State.
Well, Hilborn has really come along here and hit some nice threes for Carroll here, coming down the stretch.
Yeah, Hilborn's leading the Saints in scoring with 15 points right now.
And is that 5 fouls on Hilborn. That's too bad. That was a
That's
foul.
tough, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, she's an aggressive defender. She plays hard on that side of the ball, and some games that backfires. Some games it doesn't. Most it doesn't. But game like tonight, where you're playing against a long team who's physical and drawing contact, that's what happens.
You're talking about the officials a little bit as she gets ready to shoot this free throw. They film study that play that was, we thought maybe was an over and back. They'll all look at that. Those guys are very conscientious, and they'll look at that. And next time, in next game, when that same situation, they'll be ready for it.
At the line is Souvenir. She just made her first, making it a 7-point game. 27 seconds left. No more shot clock. Second free throw's missed, so we still got a 7-point game. 25 seconds left. The Saints have to hurry. Salonen from the wing for three. Off the rim, no good. Garretts goes for the offensive rebound. It almost goes out of bounds. Denny saves it, and it's going to be corralled by the Warriors. And that's going to just about do it, as we're going to have a rebound. That's going to be Sarah Muehlhausen, who we haven't seen much this game, but she's come in as an extra rebounder. And she's going to go to the line now, Muehlhausen. That's going to be the Danny Wagner foul here, as we have 16 seconds left. Capital Collision Center scoreboard reads 68-61, and
Sarah is a 6'3" freshman from Hayden, Idaho, and she is 6'3", legit.
her first free throw's up, and that one's no good. And don't forget, after the game, we got the Carroll College post-game show, and that's built by Builders First Source. So we'll hear from Coach Sayers. I'll talk to her about the game a little bit, probably be quick this time around, as the second one is up, and that one's going to be good. So, Muehlhausen splits the pair. 69-61, LC State leads. And we're going to have an offensive foul called on Carroll.
Yeah.
That's going to be on Garretts, and that's going to be her fifth. So Garretts fouls out.
She set us up to set a back screen, and she moved. You have to stay stationary.
Yeah, so
But Maddie makes her series of mistakes, but she's coming.
Yeah.
She is coming.
we've seen some good
We really
minutes
have.
from her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tuesday night she gave some big plays off the bench. She's been great with. She draws contact. She makes those shots down underneath.
Yeah.
So as the clock winds down, 69-61 is going to be the final on the Capital Collision Center scoreboard, and Saints are going to go to 1-1 in the conference season. Well, that'll do it. Coming up after the break, we're going to have the Carroll College postgame show built by Builders First Source. 69-61 is your final on the Capital Collision Center scoreboard. Going to go over the stats, talk a little